character, but I won't let him. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. There were no answers for him a week ago, going well over 100 yards with several stops in the end zone. It's the Vikings and the Bears, next on EA Sports.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They start the drive with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good penalty of that happening.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 18 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And
touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings. First here this afternoon.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and it's now a 7-0 game. So then a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Play action. It's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Fields now to throw.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
Caught on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Now Fields.
Touchdown, Bears! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
The Vikings had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne from 17 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that makes the score 14-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Justin Fields back to the field with his Bears offense.
The last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
To throw is Fields.
Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. Caught here by Griffin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
That's caught by his tight end, Trevon Wesco. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins under pressure. They got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Cousins. Caught on a slant. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around the bunch, especially your best guys.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. That worked quite well for the defense.
To throw again on second down. Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 27, Cousins. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Cousins now.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle, it's Cook.
And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Going up the gun, Montgomery. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Bulldozes past him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Cousins now from the 50. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run the counter with Cook. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Cook again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Now Cousins. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down to Hatch's time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you? Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now it's Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
DJ Waller got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Cook. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Open man completes it to Claypool. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it's now 35-14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run it again with Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And quickly they get to the line. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss.
And they will be back home next week